let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Episode 13, we got a special guest on tonight. I really appreciate a mentor of mine coming out. He had an opportunity to look out for me and teach me a lot growing up. And it meant a lot to me. So here we go. Tanner, the talented Hoven Dig. That's what's up. So hey, Tanner, how you been?
Good, man. It's been crazy. It's been life, man. Just had a boy 2 weeks ago. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of addictions in my life, and I think a big part of who you run around with is who you're gonna be, and it's always gonna be like that. We're fighting again tomorrow. I said, all right, round 2, and he won that one, and he got me 2 good ones, one right after another, and I was like, uh-oh. And I fell to my hands and my knees, and he went to hit me one more time. When was the turning path of when you decided I can maybe do something?
I think just having the opportunity to help other kids. I was good enough to be able to help take care of my business, but also help others along the way. I think that's important to me, that I helped people when I had opportunity to, and help those teams win. Tell me about this. What's your favorite middle school story?
I always went and changed in the stall, and nobody understood why, so I was like, I'm going to go piss on him. Don't know why I said it, and if they didn't encourage me, I wouldn't have done it. I walked over there, and you could see his leg just at the bottom of the stall, and I just pulled my pants and I walked away, and then I got caught, and I fucking missed the wrestling match for it and everything, you know. But I appreciate Scott now. I actually did his drywall in his garage like about a year ago.
So, dude, tell me about your weightlifting records.
When I always said I didn't have the opportunity to letter just because I didn't play a sport that I was going to letter in. So I was like, fuck it, I need to give myself something that people are going to remember me for. And I saw that board, and I was like, I'm going to be on that board before I leave here. And in my junior year, I started seeing where I could cut weight and figure out how much I could lift. But I always had my fucking friend Connor. And Connor we were so damn close in weight that we were going to either try to beat each other's record. Connor's a little bigger than me at the time, so there was no beating Connor's. So I was like, all right, I'm going down, you're going up. And I went down to 140, and I put up 235 for the record on bench. One was Ryan Van Hooker's, one was Eddie Martinez's. And at the current record was 215. So most people beat him by like 5 pounds. I beat it. 20 pounds. So like, let's go find him riding a cow. Nope, couldn't find him riding a cow. And we start yelling, and he's not responding. We're like, what the hell? And then we hear a weird noise coming from the roof because we were being real quiet. And we look up, and he's sitting on the top of the roof. I was like, get the fuck down, dude. And he just sat there, and he looked down at me, and he just smiled and started laughing. And he shook his head. He goes, nope. And he looked back up. I'm like, how'd you get up there? And he just points behind him. I'm like, all right, I have to see how he got up there.
Tell me this. You've changed many lives, and I noticed you've traveled around the states. What's the most beautiful state you've seen that you enjoyed?
With my company, I've been to 17 different states. I'd say the shittiest one's Detroit. That one's the lowest on the list. I mean, I heard it's gotten a lot better. This was 2000. I went there in 2014 for 52 days working. And we worked straight, so they're miserable. Detroit's on the lower end. And I mean, I truly think my favorite state, and you'll see me live there one day, and I promise you this, mark my word, I'm going to live in Florida one day. People think I'm crazy. I love fishing, and I love that ice blue water, man. It is the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life.
Tell me, how do you know good influences from bad influences being able to? And
surround yourself with good people, good vibes, good energy. I mean, people think it's crazy, but you don't want to be around the bad things. Like my whole family struggles with addiction, and I've seen it, never experienced it in firsthand, but because of that, it showed me who I don't want to be. You need someone that you trust. If you don't have someone you trust, you feel alone, and you don't feel like it. You don't feel like anybody's on your side. And the day you feel that nobody's on your side, you kind of shell. And once you shell up, who knows if you're gonna overcome that.
What was a life-changing moment in your life?
Your wife or your girlfriend or whatever it is, you learn to love them. You learn who they are. You learn what you love about them. I've never experienced love, and I mean, I guess it's a bad example, love at first sight, because I've never thought that I could love something so much in an instant when I saw my son born. One thing I will say to anybody who has a newborn, every single day you wake up, you're going to have a different feeling in a good way towards it. And it feels amazing. It's truly incredible. Like, you feel life from your human. It's just gives you another purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, I got peed literally in my face twice. Yeah. And he shit on my hand once.
How do you say it?
It goes back to like that love feeling, like when you love your girlfriend or whatever you think it is, like, I think that feeling towards that little human is more than, dude, it's so hard to put into words, like, protection. So I guess that'd be the best way I can put it, is you are more protective over that than I think you'd be over anything in your life.
Tell me, what does that mean that you inspired lives?
It's happened a few times. I've gotten messages over the years, and at the time, I never thought that's what I was doing. I never thought that I would be an inspiration, or I didn't even think I was helping them. And it was more or less a great friend of mine that was a very quiet kid. And there's kids that I used to be when I was in middle school. I was angry. I picked on people, and that was a big transition into high school. I understand it's not who I wanted to be anymore. And I saw people picking on my friend a lot. And he played football. He did everything we all did, but he was just quiet. But if you talked to him, he would laugh. If you approached him in a mean way, he didn't talk to you. It was just people were mean to him. He didn't like that. And I didn't realize when I was doing all those things by just telling people to leave him alone, protecting, and I guess I've always had that protective nature. I mean, Mitchell Spidell, if you could ever see this, I know we're not as good of friends as we were before. You're my best friend. I fucking love you, man. I want you to meet my son.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go.